Hello everyone, and welcome to Ready City Crits, Curse
Hello.
of Strahd. When we last left off, we were in combat. The party had recently encountered Escher, one of Strahd's loves, or playthings, or whatever you may wish to deem him. And after sensing his true nature of a vampire spawn, sought to attack him. Without realizing this would arouse the anger of one Strahd von Zarovich, who came out of a door to the south and gave chase to the party. Throwing a wall of fire up betwixt them, he chased down Lux, disguised as Esmeralda, trying to persuade what he thought was his true love. The party made short work of him on the stairs as a rug of smothering attempted to do battle with them. And as Strahd turned to melted snow, they realized this was not the true Count of Barovia. And Callan, as we kick off, it is currently, I believe, just ending your turn, because you've just plunged your rapier into
That was it, yeah.
Strahd. But I don't believe you've done any bonus actions yet, or anything. I think you have moved to give chase, but you still have a bonus action, I believe, available. I don't believe you declared any.
No bonus action. That's the end of my turn. I'm good. Thank you.
Righty, then the Rug of Smothering's turn.
Oh boy.
He /it/she
TPK.
is going to go for the one who just felled its master. And it is going to try to smother Callan for a 19.
Oh boy.
19 will just hit.
Callan,
Wow.
you are grappled. And while you are grappled in this way, you are restrained, blinded, and at the risk of suffocation.
Oh boy.
F.
You can hold your breath for a couple of minutes normally.
Yeah, my con mod's 3, so...
Yeah, so like 4 minutes. So just bear that in mind. The rug may will constrict you at the start of each of its turns. Just try to remind
Start of
me.
each of my turns, I believe.
Yeah,
10
so,
or-
your turns.
Yeah.
Just remind me that whenever your turn comes around. And
Certainly
this
will.
rug is smothering him. You see this rug just wrap itself around Khaled, and he just falls like down with it almost. It's just like tying him up tightly. Esmeralda cannot get through the door. There's too many friendlies near her side. So she wants him to say, she'll peer and be like, "What was that? Is Strahd dead?"
Strahd is snow, apparently. Points his sword to the pool of water melting snow.
Very chill in here now.
Oh, that just pinged for no reason. Come on, you.
I mean, that's something that Kane would say, not Max. What kind of witcher is this?
Esmeralda will peer around the corner. She can see the rug, but she's not really 100% sure what the fuck is going on with the rug. So she's just going to hold her action until she can see something actually threatening you guys, and then she'll deal with it. Lux.
Cal's got grag fetish. That's what he does.
Callan likes to be smothered.
Lux.
I'm gonna step back 5 feet,
Alrighty.
and then I'm just gonna start blasting the rug.
Sure.
Wait, is Lux still charmed by Strahd, or does that pass when he dies?
That will drop.
I mean,
think
we
you
don't
said
know,
it
do
dropped,
we?
didn't
We
it?
It was,
don't
the,
know.
it was the last time it dropped.
Oh,
Yeah, I think so.
We say it dropped, but as soon as Strahd died.
good check. Just checking.
Does an 11 hit?
An 11 against a rug. Let me see. An 11 will miss. However, the 20 and the 17 will hit. Callan, you take 5 and 3 points of force damage as the damage transfer of this rug crosses over to you as well.
Oh. Oh no. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that.
Oh no,
you're
that
correct.
either. Anyways, go ahead.
And because Callan is at risk of suffocating and blinded and restrained, you just hear from inside, which is unlike what he was screaming before. Maybe a little louder? Hard to tell.
I think I just hurt Callan. And then that'll be the end of my turn.
Sure thing. So after dealing 8 damage to your ally and to your enemy. Seeker, it is now your turn. There's a rug, smothering Callan to death, seemingly.
Could Seeker
You see
make
his
a check-
arms poking out one end, his like toes poking out the other.
Could Seeker make a check
Blood
to get
coming out.
Callan out of the grip of the rag?
You could attempt to assist him to break the grapple. That would take your whole action. If you want to just
Yeah,
give
he
him
would use his action to grab Callan's legs and start pulling.
Sure. Perfect. So, Callan, you will have advantage to try to break this grapple whenever your turn does, in fact, roll around. Anything else,
And
Seeker?
I'll
Any
be-
bonus
okay.
actions or
Nope,
movement?
everything for his turn.
Alrighty, Max, you're still big, and the rug is also quite big.
Right. I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my action to try to free. Sorry, can I use my action to try to free him?
Unfortunately, Seeker's already like pulling at the only end you can reach the minute, so he's already giving all the advantage you could. Callan needs to wriggle his way out on his own more than anything. This thing is
I
so
can't
tight.
go there like and use my action to break the restraint or break the. No, I can't. Can I?
I don't think so. I think you can only assist for breaking a grapple. I don't know if you can break someone else's grapple on their behalf.
See, normally you can shove one or the other out of the way, but the way this is, I don't think that would
Yeah,
make
you
much
can't
sense.
shove the rug away because it's occupying his space. It's technically they're occupying each other's space
Fuck.
because they're like together.
And realistically, I don't think you could really shove a rug that's like covering
fuck.
Callan.
How does the rug looks?
The rug, it looks injured. You see a couple of frays in the fabric coming away, some loose threads.
Oh God. Fuck. I'm gonna hold my action.
Okay. I will say, Max, like, you can make me an inside check, because I don't think you would honestly know if Callan was taking damage from those Eldritch Blasts.
Oh, really?
Well, like,
Okay, then.
that's kind of an above game thing. You guys can
Yeah,
only see
fine.
a rug right now. You can't see Callan being hit. You just hear him in pain, but he's being attacked, so it's not unbelievable. I think it was 16, Max. Let's roll it. Callan, make me a, let's say just a general charisma check to see how you can, you know, overcome this rug's restraints. 12, 16, total of 28. I think, yeah, between the two of you, Callan's yells and things, Mac, it's not hard to believe. I think whenever Lux impacted this thing with the Eldritch Blast, it was apparent Callan's screams got a fraction louder. So yeah, I think you could probably summarize from that yeah, there's
Okay.
definitely going to be something foul play going on here.
Fine. I thought something. I was like, cool. So Max Deck is like, oh no, be careful, I'm gonna hurt him, and I'm gonna hold my action for when Callan breaks the grapple, breaks the restraints free. I will whack him with my great
Alrighty.
sword.
Whack the rug, not Callan, I assume. Yeah,
Yeah, the rug. Yeah.
cool.
Give him a
I'll
good
whack it.
one.
And anything else, Max?
No, that's my turn.
Callan, start of your turn, you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. This rug constricts you. But then it is your turn. You are blinded, restrained, and you are suffocating as well. So that means you cannot cast any spells that have verbal or somatic components.
Yep, I'm going to
Ah.
do an acrobatics check, which I think will be with advantage because of Seeker helping me to
It
try
will
and break
be
free.
indeed.
Mhm.
DC is only 13, so it should be well in your reach. When 26, double the DC, you wriggle free like a little slug. You just wriggle your little slug self out of there, no problem. You.
Oh, it's like being born.
That's my action trigger.
As Callan breaks free and falls on the ground prone, like wriggling himself out, Max, your action comes to life and you can swing at
All
this.
right. I'm gonna ring Great Weapon Master.
Go for it. Oh, good thing you didn't hit Callan with that.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Nice.
35.
yeah, and then what I'm gonna do,
This
I also gonna
poor-
add in, was it again 1d8, so that would be 2d8s extra on top of that.
This poor rug.
Oh, fuck.
Max,
Oof.
Callan like shoots out of this rug and lands on the floor, kind of like
Plus 10.
a little like launcher being like, and you just bring your greatsword down this arcing sweep from your like high ground, and you just cleave the rug in half. If Callum was still in there, it would be much like a magician sawing someone in half, you think, as the rug falls apart into two perfectly cut rolls. And we are out
Lux
of
thinks
initiative.
himself.
Oh, that was a close
Shit.
one.
I had to kill Max laser.
What?
Ah,
What did you say? I heard
no,
something.
that was not in game. No, nothing.
I know you said you care for a lot for me. It's fine.
Yes, I care for you a lot,
I
Max.
care for you too, friend. And then,
Don't worry, I'm fine. Callan kind of
worry.
picks himself up and just
I was gonna
gets
say, I'll
bits of
just
string off him.
I was gonna say that I'll extend my little halfly hand and help you out. Whoop. Come
you
up, friend.
can walk.
Oh, this is not
Thanks.
finished.
Right. Appreciated. Just kind of clambers up the wall. Just wiping the blood off his face.
Yep.
Sweeping his hair back. Can we talk about the Strahd being made out of snow thing?
I mean,
maybe
You
all
saw that too, right?
so the whole plan of True resurrecting his body now doesn't need to happen. Have we won?
Esmeralda will like peer on the corner looking with what do you mean turning to snow? Where is he? He should have turned to mist if he were, but the sunlight should have stopped him.
I stabbed him and he turned to snow. His body.
I don't
Why?
know of anything that a vampire could do that might be that.
I know Esmeralda's just made a check, but could Callan?
Yep, someone else can make an Arcana check if they like, try to identify the spell, or whatever it might be.
Can Seeker
16.
Can Seeker help?
I would say anyone. If Seeker, are you proficient with spells and Arcana? Because if
He's
not,
proficient in
probably-
Arcana.
Can I
Proficient
help him?
Arcana, then yeah.
Can I help him?
I think
23.
23, Callan's gonna know. Callan, there is a quite powerful spell where you can form snow into form and give it your capabilities. It's normally not as strong as you, and you would know it's normally referred to as a simulacrum.
He'll pass it on to the others. And be like, he's clearly replicated himself. A shell of him, less powerful, which
I think Rob's just
is
dropped.
that time of day?
It's that
Is
time of
that
day.
Your
Oops.
weekly interruption of
It's
your
fine.
D&D
He'll
session?
pop back.
Oops.
Callan, are you? I think he might have hit his head when he came out of that rug.
Oh no! Look, wait. There's like a.
got
It seems like a
concussion.
white loading circle on him.
I think he's come. Can someone get him some smelling salts? Rouse him if you can. Oh look, there he
Arouse
is.
him.
He's
There he
conscious
is.
again.
Splendid.
What
Arouse
about some
him.
holy water?
Colin, wake up, friend. Wake up. The
one
blood is
second, I
finished.
turn the music down.
What music?
I think you hit your
All
head
right.
quite hard, friend.
I'm
You're
kinda hearing the
finally
music.
awake.
Hey,
Couldn't
you.
hear any
You're
music.
finally awake.
You're like,
You were trying to
Oh.
cross the border, right?
Oh,
New
fuck.
campaign, just like card cut strat ends.
Yeah. We almost lost you there, friend.
And this is the end of the show.
this is where we start D&D Skyrim.
All right. So, as Callum's trying to explain, yeah, there's he might have duplicated himself magically, and this might not have been the true Strahd von Zadovich. Looking around the group, I'm not sure entirely how you guys look, but Esmeralda definitely looks bloodied.
Secret.
Callan's also blooded.
Lux looks very,
we should,
very healthy.
Maybe we should have a small rest in here.
The last time we tried to have a rest, myself and Callan had to end ours early. That's why we're quite badly injured, I think. Maybe if the rest of you could cover us, but we should at least clear this floor, find a defensible position, perhaps.
Fine.
Maybe,
Let's do it.
maybe we could use the tiny hut next time.
If it's available. But again, that's going to be more time. Callan will have to spend casting that as well.
That will take me 10 minutes to cast, and
We already...
I would be very surprised if much happens in this place without Strahd finding out. And we were not exactly quiet. We've destroyed a painting, destroyed a rug, destroyed a lesser image of Strahd himself and his lover. This will not end well.
Yeah, so what do we
I
do
mean,
now?
he did
Just-
just use. I did see a lot of fire in there, so I mean, I think there's quite a bit of commotion.
I could use a rest to regain my inner capabilities. I'm rather drained. He tries to like breathe a bit of fire and just like a bit of sputter.
Maybe I don't know. If we stay, we have the risk of being attacked. If we move, we have the risk of being attacked again. Strahd could be anywhere at the moment.
I would say we check the door he came from and
Yes,
go
let's
from there.
let's clear this room as Esmeralda suggested, and then if we find somewhere that we feel we can perhaps barricade from some of the lesser creatures that inhabit this place, then we should rest.
I agree.
If Strahd arrives, he's going to be very easy to dispel my hut, but at least we won't be surprised by him. At least we'll
Should I-
see him coming for a few seconds to be able to deal with it when it happens, because it will happen.
That sounds good.
Shall I lead since I'm quite healthy?
That might be an
Um,
idea. Also,
Perhaps.
the guys Lux was wearing, if I'm not mistaken, Strahd or whatever that was, it didn't seem to want to harm you. Maybe we should use that to our advantage.
Excuse me, I'm not Lux. I am Irina.
Apologies, Irina.
There we go.
Callan just gives you like a raised eyebrow, wondering how much of this is for the ploy and how much is actually a secret side of Lux that he's not had the opportunity to explore in
Lux
Barovia.
is just a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania, you know, if there ever was.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, Callan's fully supportive, by the way. He just wants you to live your best life. He just wants you to live, basically.
Max,
Like,
around this
yeah.
point, the minute of your giant smite probably does end, and you do
Yeah, it
return
does
to
drop.
normal size. You shrink back down to your smaller stature.
Is my strength bonus is still on? It goes for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
My-
10
on my
minutes,
rune.
yes, but the minute of giant smite probably will have ended.
Okay,
By the time this
fine.
conversation has been led through.
Beautiful. Cool.
Is the dead vampire still there?
Escher's body, you mean? Or
Yeah, his body.
I believe Escher was killed when he was exposed to sunlight, so no. He is
Was
just
it
a
sunlight?
pile of
Oh, yeah, of
ash.
course. Never mind.
But he was. The sword got pulled out.
Okay, I'll probably just head towards the door.
Alrighty. You make your way south.
I go with Lux.
Seek would be third.
Right, why am I small?
Well, you're small. You're a small boy.
Oh,
You like being small? I'll make you a
I mean-
little bit bigger. There you go.
happened to me?
Oh god.
It's reflecting your,
well, I don't know
your
what
half
happened there.
nature. Esmeralda will close the door behind, and she will drag over a couple of chairs and things, just begin trying to barricade it in any way she can.
I'm gonna it's Lux gonna I'm gonna check what's beyond this door.
Should I maybe go first? Because you don't look too good, and I'm
I mean,
perfectly fine.
I've got a few scratches, but I can still handle the beating. Let it go first, friend. Because you're my
As
friend,
you
and I always
wish.
protect you.
And I'll protect you.
Oh.
Give it a nice little smile. You know that really like condescending smile. It's like,
Wow.
Callum will suggest that if we are resting, Lux, perhaps it's best if you do try to retain some of as much of your strength as you can, so that you can stand watch.
But let's make sure there's nothing behind this door before we rest.
I think we're actually going into the room. We're not just checking the door. We're clearing the floor.
I'm gonna go here. This room here. This one here.
Yeah, we're clearing the floor.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Are we not checking this room? See if we can find anything useful. Is there anything useful in this door? In this room?
Oh
This
yeah,
room,
we've not
Max,
checked it yet.
You haven't really had a good look around here, but if you want to start investigating, yeah.
Callum will, if you or will help.
Yeah, I'll
you
help
can make an
Callum.
investigation check together or independently. Just 2 rolls.
I'll help Callum.
Could Seeker make a perception check listening behind the door if there's anything moving
Yes, you
behind it?
definitely can, Seeker, while they look around the room. Callan, you don't find anything really much of interest in this room. The books in the bookcases don't really have much value and offer little help. You find books including Embalming, The Lost Art, Life Among the Undead, Learning to Cope, Castle Building 101, and The
Embalming,
Goats of the
interesting.
Balanoch Mountains. But also in Escher's small pile of ash, you do find what survived his transgression is a platinum ring engraved with tiny roses and thorns, and that gold and ruby pendant you saw around his neck.
He will show these to Lux. He'll be like, Lux, can you see anything about these?
I will cast detect magic.
Lux, you have a look. They're not magical. They are just seemingly standard pieces of jewelry.
They're not
His clothing
magical,
also
but-
survived, but it's so tattered by combat that it's not really worth salvaging. It seems that only his flesh and mortal form was destroyed by the sunlight. Kind of like Obi-Wan and, that falling away.
The jewels aren't magical, but they're very pretty.
They are definitely worth a pretty penny, Lux. I think between you and Callan, you can summarize, they're worth about, together, nearly 900 gold. Independently, the rings were about 150 gold pieces, and the necklace itself probably about 750.
Callan would wonder whether someone like Strahd would, because obviously he'll be aware just passively of ways to spy on people, like scrying type things.
I mean, also Max would be very aware of how the scrying spell works. If you air these
Fair.
concerns, he can.
Yeah,
cast the spell
he's kind of
scrying, so
talking through.
he can know anything you want to say. If you're like, I know the spell scrying, it's like if I contain this item, it's more difficult to be more easy to be scryed upon. Like, yeah.
But
Yeah.
you forget we have the Sun Sword, which he knows of, and the Tome of Strahd, which he knows probably.
Yeah, the Tome of Strahd, a big one. Yeah. As you think that, Colin, you think,
So-
oh fuck, we've probably been spied on this whole time. Looks at the
Well-
on-screen rolls of all the secret wisdom saving throws you guys were making.
Congratulations, we played ourselves. Right. All for that sweet level up, whatever that is. Okay, let's. Seeker, did you hear anything over there? Callum will take the items and just put them in a pocket.
Sure. Seeker, 20, listening at the room, it sounds quiet.
He gives him a talon nod. Nope, nothing.
Lux is gonna like nonchalantly just lean on the door and like accidentally open it.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Alright, Lux, you open the door. And before you, you see a large
Oh,
bed
damn.
sits in the center of this room. Its
Shotgun.
4 corner posts supporting a black canopy trimmed with gold tassels. Several comfortable divans are placed about the room, and there's a banded door on the west wall that you've just opened up, and a smaller unbanded door in the east wall. And we may have just lost Seeker.
We've lost Seeker, yeah.
He will be back, I'm sure.
Hey guys, it's the bedroom here, and there's no windows, so no more vampires trying to drag us out the window.
There is another door, though, Lux, just opposite.
Oh yeah, there's a door.
I mean,
Just be
you're
careful.
not you're not technically wrong. I don't, I didn't mean to pick or try to correct you, but Yes. Doors are more traditional ways of entry and exit.
But there's no window.
Exactly. No,
Well,
you're absolutely correct.
Remember that there is a big carpet on the floor, and last time we found a carpet, you know what happened.
You do not need to remind me. That was quite an experience that I'd rather not repeat.
Can Lux prod the carpet with his staff?
Can you what? Sorry.
Can I just prod it? Prod
Sure.
it. And
So good. Nothing happens.
I think we're good.
Lux had to enter the room for that as well.
Oh yeah. I would have entered the
What's
room
your
as soon as I opened it.
Question, my token appears to be stuck. I'm not sure if that's
I
Yeah,
can move you around
I'll
if
follow
you're
Lux inside the room.
secret going.
Oh, looks to
further
be locked in
for
place. Yeah.
independent-
There you go, Seeker. Try again.
Oh,
There you go. Apologies, this is the one fucking map layer that is bugged by the entire.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So, you all are drawings,
Um,
not real tokens, so it's a bit bugged.
Oh, if it's a fine, can I roll over the bed and I want to like listen to the other side of the door, see if I hear like
Make me an
wind,
acrobatics
see if it
check.
goes laid else.
Or
You wanna
you
roll-
can make
you
the
wanna
acrobatics
roll
check
over the
with your
bed?
charisma mod if you like to roll over the bed.
Oh, too
I think
late.
that's pretty apt.
I'm using my dex.
You avoid your previous experiences and just throw yourself over the bed. It's not graceful. It's not a combat roll by any means. It's not alluring to anyone. It's just you barrel rolling, much like a dog with no legs barrel rolling down a hillside.
Wow.
As you careen around the
Well,
bed
nice.
and you fall flat prone on the other side, and then poke your head up,
Yes.
look around left and right, and then shuffle over towards the door, and you go to listen. Make a perception.
Just like kind of like part the hair back. Like,
Secret try
Damn
to
it.
imitate him, try to do something similar, also roll over the bed.
Sure, so you can also make one. You can either use your dex or your charisma if you so wish.
He uses his dex.
Okay. Seeker, however, rolls across the bread with great delicacy, elegance. And Seeker, you can choose to stop at the end of the bed if you so wish before you hop off.
He just ends there like sitting looking down at Lux on the ground.
Okay, Seeker's prone on the bed, staring at Lux, kind of like hate me like one of your French girls, like style. As Lux is there listening to a door, disguised as Irina. As Callan,
Lux is
Max,
just
and
like-
Esmeralda stand at the door, just looking
show
confused.
off. I'm just like show off. I'm just like gonna go
Do-
like scramble to the door.
Do you think we should leave them alone? I don't.
No,
Can I cast Prestidigitation
Sure.
to create an instantaneous harmless sensory effect
Oh,
to do
God.
like the love, like a harp noise or something,
But like,
just something romantic, like a cherub playing in the background.
yeah, definitely like
Bow wow.
that, like little rose-tinted glasses kind of effect, almost like just that
Yeah,
little
yeah.
encroaching of like that vignette.
Oh, God, this is
Just the two of us.
Esmeralda at that point will just close the door, just instinctively. Like, I don't think we should be looking at this.
Yes, I think the frustrations may have got to their heads. I shouldn't encourage it, but I.
She like
probably
sniffs
will.
the air. It's like, I do know that vampire ash has some strange effects on people. I didn't expect it to have those kind of effects.
Oh, God.
Lux, you
Well,
listen
I-
to the door. Perception check, please.
We do a perception for our listening.
Yep.
Oh, my rolls are so good.
We're all so good today.
Lux, it sounds fine.
Oh, that's so good.
Nothing weird, nothing strange, nothing startling.
I'm just gonna open it.
Go for it. You
I'm
open
gonna
the
go in
door.
the room with them. I'm gonna walk in my room. In the
They
room.
actually barge in after Esmeralda so politely closed the door.
What
You
is
see
going on
Seeker
here?
still laid on the bed, and Lux leaving.
He's just chilling
On
on
the
the
far
bed.
end.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Lux,
Callan
you
will
see...
walk in after Max.
Perfect. Esmeralda will
I didn't
follow
wanna
up
cock
and
and block you,
close the door behind
friend.
you.
I'm not sure if that is racist, but okay.
You see, Lux, this small, like, wooden paneled room before you. It reeks of mildew. You can get that immediately. And you see it has about a 10-foot high ceiling. Iron hooks line the walls, and a dusty black cloak hangs from one hook in the center of the south wall. So you combine coat and cloak
Does-
there. I got cook.
Does
Black
my
Coke?
detect
What?
magic,
What the fuck?
does
DBC.
it ping anything in this room? Like the detect magic?
Wow, Samo's kinky.
In this room. Nothing pings you detect magic.
Oh.
Maybe we should check
Can-
for a six-through passage.
I was going to say, somebody might have a secret back passage for the
Well,
dusty black.
I mean, there's a lot of hooks in there, so whatever Strahd and his husband likes is definitely a bit on the extreme.
They're vampires, Lux. Everything's going to be a little bit extreme.
It's also very clearly a closet. They're like coat hooks.
Oh.
They're like things you would hang coats off, or
Still standing by my
We're
statement.
all thinking meat hooks. aren't we?
I was thinking meat hooks.
No,
Well,
they're
I was
like
thinking
cloak
butts,
hooks,
yeah.
like little small from the wall. That's why there's a cloak hanging off one.
Oh, the classic.
Yeah.
Callan would like to investigate the room for secret doors,
Perception
including
check.
playing about with the
Can I assist him?
things.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
Callum, I'll help you.
You can assist. Callum, what are you doing that are things that you so
So the hooks, I'm like seeing if any of them move.
Sure. You're just gonna go on in turn systematically, just taking your time.
Yeah, not too long, maybe a minute for the whole room.
Okay.
Tops.
It's a fairly like it's although it's kind of small room, it's still 10 by 10, and there's like a cloak hook every couple of inches, so it will take you a while to check them all. I would say though for 29, Callan, you're probably drawn straight away that one with something hanging off it, and you go up and you pull it, and a trap door opens above your head into the room you had been at the floor above. That had a trapdoor leading down. You could not
Oh.
find the trigger because the trigger was not there.
Secret tunnel.
Secret
There you go.
tunnel.
So yeah, you're aware of that, and if you pull it again, Callan, it just slams shut again, and then it's like almost unnoticeable.
I think perhaps before we head on any further, we should take a rest in this room.
Yes, particularly if one of the two exits is only accessible from this side.
Sounds like a
Callum, you and Esmeralda can take the bed, so you guys are more comfortable. You look
I
pretty bad.
no,
I agree.
I'll be fine
Callan,
to sit.
just it's fine.
Normally bards really like that, don't they?
Can I insight Esmeralda insisting
Sure.
that it's fine? Is
Oh
it
my god.
thinking?
Inside Esmeralda.
Yeah,
Alright.
thinking that it's because she doesn't want to be with any of the others.
I wouldn't be surprised if Esmeralda's not into
Callan,
men.
you kind of like take a moment. I think you're pretty good at reading people, like on the whole, even like a passive 21 insight. And you kind of see the way she kind of like holds herself as she's like is still listening at the door you guys have come through. And she's kind of looking towards you, weapon still in hand, as she says, "It's fine." Yeah, she probably likes women as much as like you do. Maybe it probably will be
Standard.
fine. You're right. She's very efficient. She's very like nothing here is interesting her or distracting her from her cause.
Well, not even
I need
looks.
I need to turn my magic off. You guys are hurting my eyes.
Maybe a little bit Lux. Maybe you're passive. But it's like that underlying of like, I know this is fake. It's like being attracted to like a drag queen.
Yeah, but who isn't?
Alright.
So,
Just
yeah,
eyebrows.
Callan will kind of give a bit of a squint at Esmeralda, kind of put 3 and 3 together and be like, okay, yes, fine. So we'll rest up on the bed.
Perfect.
Just kind of bandaging everything.
Alrighty.
Which side does the door open? Open in?
Both. So both doors
Does it open
open
that-
towards the
does it-
east. Yes, like that.
Okay, cool.
So the
Max is
door
gonna-
leading into this room you could barricade, but the door leading into the cupboard is gonna be very difficult to barricade.
I'm gonna sit like against this door here, blocking with my
Perfect.
body.
Yeah, beautiful.
Why don't you
While they
put the
rest.
chair there
As
first?
in the
Why you put...
yeah, good
Why
shout
you put the
actually.
chair there
I'll drag
and
one of
then
the
sit on it?
sofas. I'll drag this
Yeah.
sofa here
Easily done. You grab one of the vans and you drag
And
it
then I'll
across the
sit-
room.
with my spear. Now, yeah, just
Honestly, Max,
Right.
your halberd is so long, you could probably prop it like wedge the like the you know like the halberd have like the like stick and then like it curves out. You can wedge that around like one leg of like the like the van you're sitting on, and then prop the other half against the mattress, and effectively make like a double like.
Yeah, I'll do
blockade
that.
here.
Good idea. I'm gonna do that.
And then you sit
I'll
out
take my-
yourself. There's a good bit of weight behind it, with Lux, Talon, and yourself now all effectively
Yeah.
weighing this door down. It's unlikely anything's going to come through that.
Right, I guess we should take a quick break here then before we move.
Wait, before we do that, Lux is going to check underneath this carpet.
Okay, you lift up the carpet, Lux.
Yeah.
It's, wow, this room's dusty. Underneath that carpet's really not dusty.
Okay.
Nothing strange or
thinking
startling
because I
catches your
remember-
eye, unfortunately.
Cool.
I remember that beggar master's
I'm
thing.
gonna before we do that, I'm gonna use second wind as well before we do the rest.
Sure thing.
Should I take an extra 10 minutes and make a hut for us?
Oh shit! Sorry, 14. Oh, is my curse? I'm still cursed, aren't I?
You're still cursed
Yep.
by the Night Hag, unfortunately, yeah.
Mhm.
Fine.
That has not gone away.
Yeah, so Callan's asked if you want a tiny hut to rest in. It'll take an extra 10 minutes. Just
If we're all resting, who wants me to heal you?
I could use some, but Callan and Esmeralda look worse, I think.
I don't think I'm going to be able to get myself up to full strength with a short rest. I'm not going to lie. I'm quite exhausted from the last 2 days.
Okay. Okay.
as am I, but treat Esmeralda.
Well, okay. I'm gonna cure wounds Esmeralda twice then.
Sure. First level, yeah. Beautiful, for a total of 19. With that, she's actually looking no longer bloody, but injured. She looks a lot better off.
I would still be bloodied.
Esmeralda doesn't have many hit points as you.
True.
You guys have surpassed her in levels.
Wizard problems as well.
She
Yeah.
still kicks ass more than all of us, so you know.
There is that.
She just gets
So-
rated better, I think.
Does this mean our max HP modifier goes down now because we've short rested? Was it only went on long rest?
So if you had your max HP affected by something, it's a long rest to reset it, unfortunately.
Okay.
So if you're still down max HP, you're still down at the end of this short rest. As you all bed down for the hour, bandaging wounds, preparing yourselves, things like that. Don't short rest just yet, though. Max, as you are listening at the door, Callan, are you making this hut or not? Just so I know.
No.
Okay.
Nobody said they wanted to, and Callan would prioritize time.
Perfect. Alrighty. So, Max, you hear something scratching at the door. About 10, 13 minutes in, thereabouts.
I'm gonna look. And everyone's like, everyone.
We're sleeping. Shh.
You want to just make me a generic, like, stealth check then for yourself, Max? Or is you trying to avoid being detected, or?
Oh me. Oh fuck.
Because you're
Okay,
close to the door, so you're the one, like, shushing everybody and letting them know what's going on.
Okay. Guys, there's someone behind the door.
Max, you hear someone slinking away as you make noise. Not trying inadvertently to be quiet, but that's fine, because then you hear the trap door open to your east, and we're all gonna roll initiative!
What the hell was that?
Bloody hell.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh, this-
Rugged Smothering can leave initiative, and I roll for my Barovian Witches.
Oh, look at that!
oh my
Look!
god!
That's big roll from Lux there.
Oh my god, a 4.
If my witches to roll once. Come on, witches. Roll it good, make it pretty. Yeah, 7. Okay, so
Oh.
Callan with the 8.4, Max with 4, Seeker with 23, Esmeralda needs to roll as well. So, Esmeralda and Callan, if you guys do anything apart from continue your short rest on your turn, you will lose the short rest and have to restart it.
And roughly how long are we in?
You're
10 to
about
13
15 minutes in.
Cool.
But just as a note, so it's, again, short resting in Castle Ravenloft is a very difficult endeavor, you know, because of course it is. So
Quick
Seeker,
question.
you are the first to act as these witches begin pouring down through the trapdoor and beginning to move towards the room. And as they kind of make that racket, you hear them coming. You are the first to act with your cat-like reflexes.
Quick question, I might have missed. Are the only people who are resting?
I believe you're all trying to rest, but if any of you want to stop your rest and attack to defend yourselves, you are going to have to restart your short rest at the end of this combat. Because it's not a long rest. It's not like you have your 2 hours of, you know, like light activity you can do to like pass it by, unfortunately.
Seeker would look to Max. He'd look to Lux. They will be fine. Does moving break it as well, or no?
You can move, and you can do very, very basic things like, you know, close the door. But if your action and bonus action are used for anything other than I will continue my short rest, then you will get nothing.
Cool. Because he has only 1 key point left.
Okay, so Seeker backs up, takes cover behind a chair, and just ducks out of sight. Lux.
I'm
Back.
gonna walk over to the door. Excuse me, we're trying to rest here, and I'm gonna cast Create Bonfire at the entrance of their side,
Perfect.
and then I'm gonna close the door.
Sure, just pick a side. Just pick a side, north or south, where you want it to be. Because it has to go in a grid rack, unfortunately. Just sure.
Oh, is there not one like in the middle where they have to pass through?
Sure, you can put it in the door. Why not?
That's the kind of plan, so they have to walk through it, or like if
Battle
they
maps.
burn it. Oh, let's just say north, the north one.
Sure. Just because they'll take the damage immediately. It's more what I'm thinking, because you'll put it
Yeah.
right under them.
Nice. And then I'm just gonna close the door and try and like hold it shut.
Okay, so if you want to hold it shut, Lux, that will be your action to try to, like, you know, actively block it.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you won't be able to cast
Oh wait,
Great
no, I
Bonfire.
can't. I've already. Yeah.
So you can close the
unless I
door.
quicken it.
And, like, you can, unless you quicken it, yeah, that'd be great. And you know, you can always restart your short rest. It's not a bit that big a deal.
I don't get my sorcery points back on the short rest though. I'm trying. Is it possible to move the chair I was on to that other door or not?
That, again, would be an action to try to drag the chair. You could, I will 100% let you do that instead of, like, what you said so far.
Yeah, I'll do that instead. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so instead of creating a bonfire, you're gonna, like, try to bring this barricade up and block the,
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
I'll try to like.
You drag
Wait.
it.
Oh, actually, wait. With the door, does it open inwards or outwards?
It opens towards them. I did say that
doesn't
earlier.
work.
Yeah, it won't work.
Yeah,
Well,
fuck
it would create a barrier, like a shield. Like, you could hide behind it and things.
I'll do the original idea. Bonfire north, and I'm gonna close the door.
Alright, cool. So you
fine.
like bonfire
Hold on to the
focusing more on that
handle.
north side, so that
Yeah.
that first one is gonna probably take the initial damage. I don't think it immediately, do they? Or is it just the start of the turn?
I'll cast it in there.
Kind of cast it like on more on this end.
Fireball.
Still enough to block the door, but you know, more so you'll immediately catch one of them.
It's create bonfire on the ground that you can see within range to the spell ends. 5-foot cube. Any creature in the bonfire space when you cast the spell must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take the fire damage. A creature must also make a saving throw when it moves into the bonfire the first or ends its turn there. So yeah, so the first one will get lit with fire.
Alright, so she will make her dexterity saving throw. Wow! 11 points of fire damage to her. She begins like, I'm being burned! As you begin igniting her coattails.
Who's hungry? And then close the door.
Sure. I'll put it just on top first so I know where it is. From the door, you close it shut.
Max, do you mind holding this door?
Esmeralda will try to focus on a short rest. Callan?
Callan is going to move over to this corner here.
Yep.
And will continue his short rest.
Perfect.
He will give the evils at Seeker though, because he got a short rest earlier, and now he's backed away to not just a corner, but the furthest corner.
Beautiful.
Seeker like shrugs.
There is a brief pause before the door opens. And just to check, bonfire, is it the end of their turn, start of their turn? How does that...
And
So yeah, the end of the turn now.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they
When they
will-
first enter it.
Okay, cool. So the one who's currently in it will just move straight through Lux, and actually they won't even bother. They'll just back up and get clear, and they will all, Lux, then begin assailing you with spells. All three of them. So the ones standing in the doorway.
No.
They open the door towards themselves, back up, and then they all begin blasting you. And they are all going to blast you. How injured do you look, Lux, out of curiosity?
I'm very, very healthy. Like
Okay,
I've
cool.
taken no damage really.
Perfect.
I should
The
have said that,
first
mate.
one is going to try to blast you with a Ray of Frost. For a 16 to hit. The second one is going to try to afflict you.
I'm actually going to shield it.
Okay. The shield deploys. The second one is going to target you with hideous laughter. I need you to make me a I believe it's a Wiz save, DC 12. You're fine. And the final one is going to try, just because they should, put you to sleep. They're in fact going to focus sleep on the entire room, I think, because sleep is quite a big area it affects, and they're going to cast it at second level.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a
outside of
really
it-
shit roll. My god.
I'm 103 out of 107.
I don't think that
I
affects
think
anyone.
I think I'm the lowest hit points, and I can't.
I've-
sleep
I've-
by
I've-
magic.
I've got 93 hit points, so
I got 27 after.
The sleep spell
Oh.
does nothing. And that will be the witch's turn. Max.
you said I heard things coming this way as well.
Something scratches the
noises.
door, Max, yeah.
Oh no!
But that door
shit.
opens inwards.
Also, Seeker, the corner you're hiding in, it's not got a seat there, because Max has moved that seat to block the door. So you are the furthest away, but you're not in cover, as much as you
Yep.
think.
No, I just moved him there.
Fuck.
You want to unwedge your halberd,
Oh,
Max, and try
my.
to open the door, or...?
I mean, I've got loads of weapons.
Max, why don't you help me close this one? That one's barricaded, and that one goes inwards.
Okay, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna close this door.
Are you going to vault over the bed?
Yeah.
You roll over.
Point,
Make me an
point,
acrobatic check. Go on.
Point.
Nobody make eye contact with him. It's not the time.
Point.
You
Point.
roll over.
point.
It's pretty ungraceful, but you make it there, and you close the door and slam it shut. Get there.
Now hold it.
Yeah, then I'll hold the door.
Perfect. Make me just a strength athletics check just to set the DC.
Strength athletics check.
Yep.
18.
Perfect. Lux, you said, and I quote, "I create the bonfire on the doorway so it is going to prevent everyone from crossing through." The door is on fire as a result of this, because that's exactly what would happen. But Max is holding it shut pretty effectively as well.
Good job, Max.
That's the end of my turn.
Yep. You can see Max's thing is like, it's getting hot. The handle you're holding is beginning to get like red hot, but you're just there like, just like kind of keep it held as long as you can. Seeker, what are you doing?
He watches the door burn. Just getting ready to see if things go really south to jump in, but still
Yeah.
passes.
Cool. Lux, your turn. The door is
That
closed.
was-
The fire is building.
That door is not my fault.
Take the
and I'm
fire
gonna
off.
step back. No, you take the fire off.
You burn the door!
Okay, I'll drop bonfire.
Okay, you drop the bonfire. The bonfire ignites flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried. The door is just on fire. It's not... The door is on fire now. It's not that the bonfire was the issue. That you put a bonfire in a doorway, but then you close. The bonfire has ignited said door. You close the door on the
You
bonfire
told me to
twice.
stop the bonfire. I should have kept the bonfire, Max. Now they're gonna come in, and then I'm just gonna ready now, just blast as soon as one of those witches, as soon as I see one of those faces, they're gonna
Perfect.
get pew pew pew.
Beautiful. Esmeralda, seeing this, will go prone and crawl to the far corner, just trying to take as much cover as she can. She noped out of the map for a second there. She mutters something under her breath quietly, but no one's close enough to hear what she says. Callan is hiding. I'm assuming he will continue trying to take a short rest, and it is now the witch's turn. The witches are going to seemingly do nothing. Max, it's your turn. The door is like nearly burnt away to nothing. You can see like the wood is being the splinter at the bottom. The hinges are like expanding, and you know that if you don't let go of this handle, it is going to start hurting you. It's getting so hot. It's like red hot almost.
Okay, I'm gonna go around the side of the door, the wall like this. I'm gonna just let it go to the door.
Kick it in.
Okay, you let go, and you're gonna flush
Yeah.
to the wall. Yep, perfect.
And I'm gonna, as I do that, I'm gonna just on the side here, kind of protect myself. I'm gonna ready in action. If the witches come through the door, I'll whack him
Perfect.
with my spear.
Beautiful stuff. All right. At the end of Max's turn, top of the round, the door will continue to burn. Seeker, anything you're gonna do? You're gonna continue holding your
He
Alright.
has confidence in his party.
Lux. It's your turn. The door has not opened. The witches have come through since. The door is still partially on fire. It's nearly destroyed at this point.
Here they come, Max says.
Should I just kick it open? No. Okay. I'm gonna. I'm quickly gonna check a spell real quick.
It's fine.
So you can. Okay, no, I've got to see him.
Just blast the door open.
Okay, I'm gonna kick the door open. Is it?
You
Will
move
that cost
forward
an
to
action?
blast the door.
Don't kick it.
Just
Oh,
make me a
God.
general dexterity saving throw to avoid setting your leg on fire. Because it is a burning door. Cool. Lux, you take 3 points of fire damage and your leg is on fire. You can use an action to put it out. I'll say that was your use object interaction to kick said door. And you kick it open, Lux, and as you kick it
badass.
open, you go to pat that leg, and just 3 blasts of cold just rush towards you
Surprise, mother! Ah!
as they all blast you. One of them is a disadvantage because you're a lot closer than they were expecting you to be. So I rolled 2 normal ones first. Wow, what great rolls. And 11. So I think they'll all miss. The cold just like splashes up the walls around you.
I was like
I'm
punching
gonna
down fire
stand-
like he's accidentally just dodging all the force.
I'm
Like, what?
standing
What's that?
back.
Okay,
And
you
even with
step
my leg
back.
on
One of them
fire.
will try to stab you with a dagger.
Haven't they already
Uh,
used the reaction to?
Ah, they
remedy
have it. Yeah, beautiful. So they can't do
And I'm
anything.
gonna
You back up.
Eldritch Blast the one that was on fire before.
Perfect.
So I would
Yeah, the one
know.
in the back right corner. Make your attacks. I remembered Rob. Thank you. All 3
It's all right.
will hit. The first one will kill her. Would you like to transfer the other beams to someone else?
Yep, sure. Second one.
I assume closest to the door.
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty. So both will hit for 15 and 7. You blast that one as well. The second beam, she falls dead at the ground. The last one is left at the trap door. And Locke's still alive and unharmed currently.
You better start running, or I'm gonna get you. And then that'll be end of my turn.
Esmeralda's turn. She will continue her long rest. Callan, long rest? Or short rest, sorry.
Same, yeah.
Witch will cackle loudly, Lux. And she'll point her finger and just say, "Ah, look at you, my pretty. Ah, look at you." And she'll blast you once more with her cold ray of frost. For a whopping 12 to miss. And then she will begin climbing the ladder. And then the door slams shut behind her. As she effectively leaves this floor. Max, it will be your turn next. You want to try to give chase? You could attempt to.
I'm right behind you.
I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna open the hatch.
Okay, you
look down.
pull like the handle.
I
like,
look
swings
down. How far is she?
You know, she's not. She's above you. You can't see her.
Oh, she's above me.
Yeah.
Can I go the way up?
If you want to climb up, it's 10 foot of movement to climb up. It
Okay.
can be done.
I'll open. I open, and then I go. How far is she from me?
She'll move 5, 10, 15, 20. So at that point, because you've had to move 15 foot of movement and climb 10 foot up, she will be 20 foot from you, kind of to your west. I'll put you on the same token there in a second, so you can kind of see roughly what you're looking at.
Eat the spear.
Okay.
Eat the spear.
So is it part of my attack action to take a weapon, or is it every attack?
So you can only draw one weapon per turn unless you have the dual wielder feat.
As in, like, if I try to throw javelins at her, it's gonna be just one javelin, or can I throw three
One
separate
javelin, yeah.
javelins?
Because you have to spend your use object to draw, and then anything above that, it's your action, unfortunately. Also, you have to do so, you'd have to discard your spear, and then, like, draw and throw a javelin. You could throw your spear, and then draw and throw a javelin. That's definitely within your realm.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna throw my spear at her. Where do you think you're going?
Perfect.
And I throw my spear at her.
Make your attack.
Get over here. Can I if I want to tie a rope to my spear?
That would be your
Don't
action,
look-
unfortunately.
Oh,
That's something you should be doing prior to being in a hot combat situation.
fucking harpoon the
Just
bitch.
what you would
Try to
think.
try your
Get over
shoelace-
here,
Ever tried to try
fucking
your shoelaces
scorpion.
with someone pointing a gun at you? Kind of like that. It's stressful.
I think I've used my thing right, didn't I? I've used my
You still have your actually at this point your effect would have passed because the 10 minutes have already gone, unfortunately.
no, I don't have any. All I have is my heal rune. Okay, I'm gonna just go throw my spear at her. Phoop.
Go for it. You throw the spear. You
Choo.
draw the javelin. 25 will hit though for 11 piercing damage. They like 6 her in the back. She's like, ah! She's still alive, but very badly hurt.
Okay, and then I'll take my javelin and I'll throw the javelin this time.
Perfect. The javelin gets drawn from the upper hand. You throw the javelin, and you hear like, quickly, Mittens! Ready the broom! Just falls forward dead. 2 protruding like wooden pikes from her back.
Oh, we've been this one before. Oh, say look, we've been in this one before. And is that it? No. And then
We are out of initiative.
okay, I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna grab my stuff and I'm gonna
Yep,
go
you
back.
rip them out of her. She stops moving.
I'll search. I'll have a quick tap down here, see if we can find anything.
Yeah, unfortunately, she doesn't have anything real of use on her.
Okay,
unlike the
I'll
other
come
ones.
down.
Yep, make your way back down to the group. Beautiful.
I told them, whoa, the room above, we've been there before. Do you guys remember the trap on the
Yes.
floor where we could open? And
Yes,
there was a
we
room
found that's why we stayed here, because we knew that upstairs. It's fine. Good job, Max. Good job.
Oh, okay. Well,
Well done.
anyway, whatever. And then,
Esmeralda
okay.
just goes back to laying on the bed, bandaging her wounds, seeing the combat is over.
I'm gonna restart my rest then. If you're just gonna be 15 minutes.
Sure. So if you guys want to reset your rest, that's totally fine.
I mean,
Esmeralda, Callan,
do
and
we all
Seeker-
have to restart? Do we all have to restart or no?
No, just
No,
you and
so-
Lux would have to restart.
Yeah, we'll restart.
Good job, Max. We did well.
So
Excellent.
you,
Where
Esmeralda, so
Drinking.
Callan, Esmeralda, and Seeker will all gain the benefits of a short rest. And then if Max and Lux want to continue theirs, they are totally fine too. And nothing happens for the actual 15 minutes, and you all gain the
Yay.
benefits of a short rest.
I think Seeker has like only 1d8 left. Pretty sure.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do
Esmeralda's
one more.
low, dude. Like, she's got not much.
Oh, I got loads.
You should tank some more for the group.
No, I'm good, thank you.
She's got a
Oh wait,
whole
I rolled
60.
twice. Yeah,
That's
14.
Oh, look at that.
7 hit points.
Mine has rolled on Beyond.
That's fine. I trust
Um,
it. I can see. I wouldn't go back and look. If I'm...
Yeah. Oh, and it automatically applies it. That's pretty cool.
27 plus 12 is 59. Oh, is that bang on fucking max? Oh,
I don't
Esmeralda.
think I'm
Is she
going
still
to
an effective aid, by the way?
She will be, yeah. I think she got a level
She got
2
level
aid.
Yeah, so she's on
Yeah,
92
we have plus
at the minute.
15.
So So she
Or
could
15.
roll. She's above her max. So she looks really fucking good, but she's only got 2 hit dice less.
Oh, we still have the hit.
I
Yeah,
think-
I still have the hit. Cool.
She rolled. Look at that though.
in
6,
this
6,
short
8, and
rest.
7 on her hit dice. It's fucking incredible.
Yeah, like Esmeralda's the best character of the party.
Yeah, I don't think
She's a
I'm gonna
monster
spend any
hunter.
hit dice.
She's like Namir, but not evil and cool.
We don't talk about
Ooh, bad.
Shots fired.
fucking
Loads crossbow.
draws longbow.
Okay, so where to now?
I guess we keep going down if this is a dead end.
Yes. Just be careful. I heard scratches on this side. So if they go scratching the doors on this side, let's be careful.
Why don't we just do the loop?
Seeker, do you want to put your ear to the door, see if you can hear anything?
Of course. And he would listen out of his birdie.
Or we
Um,
could just go up the trap door
also-
and go back round.
Sorry, I forgot Song of Rest as well.
Perfect. Roll it.
Oh, really?
So
Oh.
only Seeker and Esmeralda get this
Oh.
because they weren't the same long rest.
One.
So get an extra +1.
Right. Get it.
you guys were
What?
independently resting.
Fine.
You'll like this. What's the best HP that I could possibly be on out of 100? Not 100, obviously, but the best.
69.
69.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice.
The board HP, you know.
Callan
Basically.
still looks pretty rough. Lux, you don't have any healing you can give him. If you get into a fight, there's no point wasting your time healing him when you know he's already hurt.
I'm looking a little bit spent, I'm not gonna lie.
Seeker
I'll be fine. I'll just stay back a little. It's fine.
We will be
I was planning on
fine.
keeping the rest of my healing for emergencies.
Probably wise. I'm good to get moving. I can always take point if need be. I've patched myself up quite well after that.
Let's get going then, shall we? Down the stairs, perhaps.
Stella's down there, yeah.
So the group are going to head
And
down
Lux
the
is gonna
stairs.
excitedly kind of go ahead of party, even though he really shouldn't. But
So
he's
so
just excited to see
marching
Stella.
order. Let's stack up by the door. What we're gonna do. So Esmeralda has offered to take lead, and Lux has offered to take lead.
Yeah.
Anyone else falling in behind?
Seeker would be third or fourth.
So Seeker will put you
I'll
there.
probably go to the back.
So Max will be there, and Callan right up in the rear.
Well, hey.
I'll probably cast Detect Magic as well, just so when we're entering hallways, we're not surprised by magical traps.
So you guys will begin heading down the stairs. Beautiful.
Good.
Yes, come down the stairs.
Yes, minions.
Alrighty, let me just remove all of your bullshit fucking is drawing tags, because that layer is the worst layer. Never go back to that layer, guys, please. You've fully explored that level. Just don't go back to level 6. It's cancer.
Cool.
But
Don't go back.
Yeah, no, we're fine with that.
the
Like
furnished,
that
the furnished
player
bedroom.
mutual agreement of like.
It's
let's
horrible.
Let's not.
Dragging you around on, like, a whim. Horrible. So, you descend down the stairs here, and you find, after about 40 foot or so, a set of doors leading west. The stairs continue down, if you so wish.
Well, guess we know where we're going.
Too late to go back, right?
Do him to go first. Then I take my spear.
No, Stella's in there, and can't be hostile.
What? Sorry, why have we stopped? Callan will just kind of.
There's a door to the left. There's a door
There's some doors, Callum. We can keep going down if you'd like, or we can push on.
I'd rather not get snuck up from behind, given that I'm the behind now. Should we at least have a little look?
Lux is just impatiently mage hand the door open.
Is it really dark in the moment, by the way?
It pitch black.
Okay,
So one of you
Lux.
has a light going.
I show my spear to Lux. Lux,
Fine. I'll cast a nice little blue light.
Callan will be casting guidance on himself as he goes down. He's getting a bit paranoid with him still being hurt.
So Lux,
Yeah,
you're no longer
I'll probably
emitting light.
mage.
I got like a fucking laser blade now.
Yeah.
Seeker is also emitting
Uh,
light at the minute. Seeker and Max are the only
Well-
two emitting light, just as a note.
While they're talking, I'll probably like mage hand the door open, like sneakily.
Actually, Callan, sorry, but just because of the way stairs go, you would actually be there currently, just for sake of
Yeah, I figured.
elegance. But yeah, so Lux, you open the door. It opens forward, and before you, you see on the far west of this chamber, just about illuminated by Seeker's Sunblade, you see a door of delicately engraved steel standing at the end of this short, dark hallway. Intricate details stand out clearly on the door's surface, and it seems to shine with a light of its own, untouched by time. Flanking the door are two alcoves in shadow. From where you currently are, you can just about make out a dark, vaguely man-like shaped figure standing in each alcove.
Vaguely man-like shaped. Like, I
Yeah.
find your
What-
answer vague and unconvincing.
Like could be a statue of
does-
armor, could be a guy.
Yeah.
You've seen a
What-
couple of statues of armor in
what-
alcoves.
What does my eyes say? Do they say they're magical?
Nothing magical.
Can I prod it with my mage hand?
The mage hand. Nothing seems to happen.
I'm going to. I'm fine. I got nothing left to throw. Everything's almost precious jewels.
Oh god.
Esmeralda must begin moving forward then, if Lux is just gonna hold himself back. She'll move all the way to the door, slowly. And she will begin looking at it, and she'll say, "The door, it is engraved with images of a human king in armor astride a horse. There appears to be a range of mountains behind him and shooting stars in the background. And it looks like tiny figures of people and wolves are framing the image."
Do we open it?
Good try.
Are we thinking that's perhaps Strahd in his military heyday, or just after?
What is again the is that two statues? Is it?
They're like these humanoid like figures. They're not statues, but they're not armor. They're like weird. They're like almost like taxidermy, you think. And like they are of people, but they are strangely like covered in fur and parts and things.
Callum's going to step back, and then to the one at the north, he's going to stick his middle finger up and go, "Fuck you." And cast vicious mockery.
Perfect. Roll initiative, everyone.
Ugh.
Oh fuck!
As Callan takes a hostile action against one of the statues.
Fucking knew it.
Could he just not attack them?
Sorry. I'll be adding a d4 to mine, thanks to the guidance.
Absolutely fine.
Look at that! Look at that!
Great.
Oh my god! I was like, what is this? The Earth Elemental?
Quick, everyone, back upstairs. Back up to level 6.
No. From behind you, you see 17 Strahd Bonzaroviches coming down the stairs.
Callan bends over, getting ready for the inevitable.
Okay, let's do it quick.
It's like quick, slow. I'm in no position to be making demands at this point.
Okay, remove the witches. Okay, 25. I need to find these guys now. Things I weren't expecting you guys to trigger, but triggered anyway, because, you know,
Can't
what
resist.
good's a random encounter unless, you know, you guys just trigger on your own. Okay, so Max with the 20. Give me a Callan with the 21-ish.
23, because of my
Ah, perfect, yeah.
guidance.
Alrighty. Then we have Esmeralda rolling a whopping 9 at the bottom. We have a Swarm there. Seeker rolled a 10. And Lux rolled a 17. Lux, what's your
17.
dex mod, please?
+1.
Okay. you beat the swarm of rats to initiative. Callan, as you
Oh,
begin
the
to viciously
so-
mock,
oh my-
make your cast.
DC 17 Wisdom save. Oh, nice damage.
They aren't that wise, you know. They're only some swarms of rats.
Not 20.
Nah, probably not. Just going to sort that shit out. Perfect. Okay, public. Ding ding ding. Ding. They failed. They take 10 points of psychic damage. You watch as some of these rats just begin to fall to the ground, dead, as Callan begins to insult them. Callan, anything else in your turn?
He's gonna, as his objects into action, shut the door behind him.
Oh, slam it shut.
Callum, where you going?
No, he's still in the
Still
room.
there.
He's not going anywhere.
Oh, you just close the door behind you.
Yeah, he looks at you from 10 feet away, like.
Max
Have
is
you still
slow.
got the bandages on, Max?
Actually, yes, I do.
He does, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's just
Alright.
gonna like just kind of point to
Then
Max.
after
"Leave
the
your
good
bandage
old
down. I'm still here."
Callan, we have. If my turn tracker would like to reappear anytime soon. Hello? Okay, Max, you're up.
Right, Max is gonna do what Max does, and I'm gonna attack this swarm to myself
Perfect.
with my spear 3 times.
Make your attack.
Because that's all. So 1, 2, 3.
All
Two-handed
three
roll.
attacks will hit.
To dead.
Spear to the direct side. As you begin slashing through this, Max, it does seem partially resistant to your damage, just because they are individual rats all forming one big swarm. So it is not quite as deft as you were hoping. And just out of curiosity, are you weapon mastering these, or just stabbing?
No, this is just normal damage because it's not.
Alrighty, so
It's
that's
piercing magical damage. Does that make any difference?
Nope. Just pierce. They're resistant to all piercing, magical or otherwise. Because they're a swarm.
Swarm.
They
Okay,
definitely
how
have
do they look?
vulnerability to dex save stuff, but you know, that's not something they felt to write in the rules of 5th edition.
Fine. How does the storm look? Is it still there?
At the end of it, 22 plus 9 for 20... 31 halved to 15. It's definitely not... It's about half as, like, full as it was before. But you've cleaved a lot of little rats dead, unfortunately. At least these poor rats. These poor rats. Anything
Wow.
else, Max?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my bonus action to hit with the butt.
Pull down master? Certainly. Go for it.
Yeah, Bullet Master. I got a question. Because this is a +2 weapon, do I get +2 to my damage and +2 to my attack?
I believe so, yeah. I believe so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
You
All right,
just manually
so
add that if that isn't included already.
it's not there, so we'll just add it. So that's 29 and 9 bludgeoning
So
damage.
half to 4.
Is it resistant to bludgeoning as well?
It is, yes.
Cool.
You're like, just to give you, you've got like a spear, and you're there like stabbing like about 50 odd fucking rats, and just like plunging your spear in, trying to get as many as you can as possible, like shish kebabbing them, and you spin it around, you being bashing a couple as many as you can. But there's so many, it's like, you know, you're
Fine.
not as it's not as effective as stabbing a man in the chest. You're like stabbing like 3 at a time, like doing your best. There's still like 47 to go. It's like, yeah.
Wow. All right.
But yeah,
Guess
they
it's
are
my turn
definitely
then.
like that swarm to your side is definitely looking pretty injured. Lux.
Wow. Injured still.
I am
then.
going to. Sorry. I want to do Word of Radiance. Can the ones next, both of them next to me, do a con save?
Perfect. Can you choose your target to Word of Radiance? Just check it. I think you can. but-
It's the 2 rats next to me.
Yeah, it's
So,
of your
two
choice that
swarms.
you can see. It's just
It's within 5 feet of me or within my choice.
Lovely little swarm of Radiance. Okay, so they're gonna make some con saves. Wow, these are bad at these. Bing bing. Wow. They're the same.
11 radiant.
They both take 11 radiant. The one that Max is plunging his weapons into just begins to like writhe and falls dead, leaving only the swarm directly to your south, still standing on the south side.
And I'll just stand there.
Alright. Lux. The swarm to your south are going to try to bite you.
Get away from me!
Whopping 11 to
Oh,
hit will
yeah.
miss. 1 will go for Esmeralda. Whopping 10 to miss. And a Seeker. Whopping 15 to miss.
Damn.
Thank you, swarm of rats. Seeker, you are up. As these rats trying to gnaw and bite at you.
He'd go and attack the one that is north. 2 times
Perfect.
with his sword and once
They're the ones who
with his.
Callan has insulted, so they are a bit thinner than the rest, but still, you know, fairly numbered.
Salty rats. Oh my god. Shit is shamed.
The team will
Yeah,
definitely hit. Two-handed
two-handed.
for 14 damage. Begin lashing out. And radiant damage is not. They are surprisingly, although they should definitely be resistant to it, they aren't in this case. You slash into that first strike of that first swarm to your north, just the holy light of the sun sword cleaves them in twain and leaves nothing but death in its path. As this like laser beam cuts through them.
He goes for the other one on the left.
Perfect, go for it. $29 will hit for 11. You slash into that one. That was still pretty fine looking swarm eyes. Are only like a little bit hurt by that slash through. There's so many like all falling away. And you can like kind of see them properly. These were like almost like stacked up to look like humanoids, and the second they were attacked, they like pounced forward and began attacking you guys. They're ready to go if you guys went for that door, but Callum perhaps triggered them early.
And he would follow up with a fire punch.
Beautiful. 25 for 11. They are very badly bloodied at the end of it, but they are still standing.
When did the rats go? Well, they went after Lux, did they?
Yeah, Lux instead of you, because Lux
I'll
is
be
next
right
to
back.
them.
I'm just gonna grab a drink.
That's it. Esmeralda's turn. Esmeralda will spin around. She will draw, taking her rapier and hand axe, and she will just do her regular thing. Esmeralda will slash one, shish kebabbing as many as she can. She will spin. She'll look to her south, and she will move. She can't fucking reach them. She'll throw her hand axe. Why not? Let's try to end this quickly. 17 for 5 slash damage, half to 2. She throws it, it like cuts like one of them in half. But the rest of the swarm still persists. But they are now bloodied as a swarm as opposed to at injured level, which is a good thing. Callan, one swarm remains.
Seeing that they are injured, he is going to toll the dead.
Beautiful. Wisdom save for the rats.
Yep.
A whopping
It's
2 for 21
nice.
necrotic damage. The rat swarm will perish.
And fuck you too.
And we're out of initiative. Esmeralda will go reclaim her axe. Pick it up. Wipe it on her like boot. So we tried the door.
Yes, I probably should have warned you that I was going to do that, but I don't know if it would have changed anything. Yes, if you want to try the door, Callan's going to very much stay where he is.
She'll look at Lux. She'll get no response. And she'll just...
Sorry, I'm dying.
Do you want to open the door, Lux, or...?
I will mage hand the door open.
It opens, like, into this room, so you have to push it forward. And as you
Can
do so,
mage hand
Lux...
do it?
Yeah, just about. Although it's on hinges, it still opens fairly easily. Despite its heavy iron nature. The door swings open and immediately a cloud of dust assaults your lungs. A sweet yet pungent smell of decay fills this room, in the center of which stands a long oak table. A blanket of dust covers the tabletop and its fine china and silverware. In the center of the table, a large, tiered cake leans heavily to one side. The once white frosting has turned green with age. Cobwebs hang like dusty lace down every side of the cake. A single dull figure of a well-dressed woman adorns the crest of said cake. Suspended above is a web-shrouded chandelier of forged iron. An arched window in the south wall is draped with heavy curtains, and resting in a wooden stand by the window is a dusty lute, and standing quietly in the southwest corner is a tall harp shrouded by cobwebs as you step into the chamber. With no light source, so I'm going to need Seeker and Max. I'll have to break this wall down, I think.
I'll move up with them. I'll move them.
Like this.
Wait, have we been here before?
Nope.
What
We've
is
been in
this?
another dining hall that is on the floor below, you think? I mean,
What is
couple
this?
floors below.
Dining hall looks familiar.
I perhaps
We've
should
been
have
to a lot of dining halls.
Yeah.
had a different spell. Seems ceremony was perhaps more appropriate for here.
There was one downstairs where it started, wasn't it? I can't remember. Anyway.
Yeah, the table
Yeah,
was at a
different
different
it was a
orientation.
different
There was
location,
the
yeah.
organ. It was a room with a table. But
Guess we move across and go to. So this food is all decayed and stuff. It's not fresh. It's like the other room.
Doesn't
There's
Does
not really
my,
much food, it's just that green cake
Mush.
in the middle. And it stands.
does my detect magic ping in, I think.
In this room, bro? Let me see.
Yeah, this room. Ding ding ding.
let me hear
Nothing
say well.
overtly magical rings out. Actually, I tell a lie. The lute pings with enchantment magic.
I'm gonna pick it up with my mage hand.
Yes.
Hmm.
Max, not Max. Cannon. This loot is enchanted.
Does it look nice,
Looks very nice.
or does it look dusty as heck?
Looks very nice.
Callan's going straight up to that. He will adore this thing.
Okay, Callum,
it
you
up.
step forward.
Oh god.
It is beautiful looking, this loot. It is absolutely divine. It is... I mean, even with your bard's natural kind of like... You know, you're proficient with loot, I assume?
I am.
Perfect. Looking at it, you can tell this thing is incredibly old, but incredibly well looked after. And as you pick it up and inspect it, wow. It is perfect. Like, even the pegs that normally get stuck and fused, you turn them slightly and they turn like they've been recently oiled with beeswax. It is immaculately well kept. And you just do a very small strum, or do you just hold it and admire it, or...
He would admire it for probably a couple of minutes, and then just probably a single string and then a strum.
Okay. Make me a wisdom saving throw as you dung 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 across the
Is
loop
it
strings.
Is it against being charmed?
No.
It's 20.
20. Callan, you feel this thing, and as you play it, arcane energy flares through the instrument uncontrollably, and if you had a pick in your hands, it would have been thrown asunder, and you imagine like your head would have been racked with energy. But you keep a grip of this thing. This is... I mean, with Callan's arcane knowledge, this is an instrument of the bards. It is incredibly powerful, a magic item. What one exactly you're not sure, but you've heard of these before. They are normally kept by the world's greatest bards and kings, and nations have been overthrown just for
interesting.
these items.
Um,
But you
guys,
think if you played that out of tune, it would have fucked you up pretty bad.
No, this things like this, they exist in our in the real world. They amazing. I've heard about them. I've never seen them. I've heard about. Bedtime stories are written about the people that play these things and make these things. It's amazing. I can't. There's one. Why is there one here? Of all the places, why is there a beautiful instrument that can create amazing music?
Well, you got to remember this is a world too, and Strahd has defeated many powerful people, like my mentor, who's, bear in mind, one of the most powerful wizards I've ever met, and he got defeated. He might defeated the powerful bard.
Did you not see? I played one. I just strummed once. I played one chord, and the whole thing just. If anybody was actually able to use this and play this and gods afford this, it might even be more powerful than your mentor. No offense.
I mean, that's a big statement.
I mean, I said maybe. I don't really know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think at a reasonable pace here, and
Well, it's enchantment magic, but I mean, looks like the original owner's not here now.
No, now it's enchantment magic. Look at it. It's amazing. To create something like this, I wouldn't even know how. It's. Callan's going to give it a little
marveling
cuddle.
Towards the group. What are you going to do, sorry? Little cuddle?
He's going to give the loot a little cuddle.
Perfect. As you're doing that and like talking to the group across the room, Callan doesn't see this, but the rest of the group does, as a blue ethereal spirit forms behind him, and you see like this short little man dressed as a fool with a tiny jingling bell at the end of his pointy dunce cap, and he points at Callan, which is a face of astonishment and anguish. It's like a hooked finger, and he just says, "Why have you summoned me from beyond the grave?"
And
What?
there's the owner.
Oh, I was. Is this yours? Is this to do with you?
He moves forward. Callan gets very, very close, and comfortably so. And that like hooked finger he points, like he curls it up, like between your two faces, almost just covering half of his face, and he just says, "In my tomb in the castle's crypt, there's a treasure worthy of one so talented as thee. May it help thee set this troubled place to rest." And he tries to stroke your face with his hands goes through it.
Okay. Oh, it's uncomfortable. Is this so? This loot is not the treasure. I'm sorry. I'm a little perturbed.
What? No! That was brought by some other performer. That's not mine. I just sense the heart of the arts. A spider crawls out of his mouth and into his ear.
Oh god.
Oh!
Tasty.
Something wrong with him, I think.
Callan's just gonna like snap at Max and be like, an artist takes many forms.
No, your friend is quite right. I am dead! The ultimate form of life!
You mean the ultimate form of death?
Yes!
Maybe he can help us and tell us where Strahd is.
Oh, you search
what's
for
your-
the master?
What's your name, Mr. Sir?
Oh, he lifts the hat off the bell. Ting, 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 ting. This is like ethereal jingle, and he like does a long sweeping bow across himself. And like as he's like facing the ground, you hear, "I am Piddlewick." And then the hat back on his head.
Callan presumably has never heard of this person.
No.
He's going to pretend that he has.
Okay, cool.
It's like, I know that name. Yeah.
Deception check.
Me too, Cannon. That's the one you've been telling us about, right?
The songs, the stories back home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember the one time you talked to us on the way here.
This looks trying to give me
He looks
advantage
very
on the check.
I think it is
confused,
Locke trying to give you an advantage check.
So
Sure,
Piddle,
re-roll it,
yeah,
Callan.
he's great. Very
That's
Now we're
talented.
cool.
Not
talking.
so snappy.
Won't it?
Bards, broken AF.
You're right there.
He looks at you, he narrows his eyes. Heard of me? Are you sure you haven't heard of my replacement?
Oh, if the stories are true, you could never be replaced.
What?
Yes.
What replacement?
Piddlewick the Second, they called him.
Or like Piddle Dick the Second?
Oh,
He
she
pushed
went
me
so
down the
mad.
stairs!
Who did?
Piddlewick the Second.
He finished you, and he still tried to live off your name, off your legacy. Wow, that says a lot for how much he felt about his own talents.
No. No. The lady, she made him to be like me. The master, he loved me, Piddlewick, but I was only here ever so often. My mistress, she had him created by some artsy toy maker. A construct recreation of myself. But he got jealous, envious of raw talent. And that is why I'm here, with these instruments, in the ballroom. Oh.
I'm gonna whisper to Max. Does he mean Blinksy?
Could be.
Callan is going to reach out his arm as though to place a comforting hand on Piddlewick's shoulder.
Sure. As you do so, Callan, as you reach out, you do feel like it's not completely ethereal. Like you could push through on it, but there is substance. It's like weird. It's like translucent level of texture. Like you could still swipe through with no problem, but like he's there. Like there is. If you took a blade and sliced him, you could hurt him perhaps, but probably not as much as you would hurt someone who was physically there. But it's probably your first up close encounter with a ghost properly.
Yeah, I'm kind of riding off that wisdom save from before to not just shit himself, but also he's seen some weird stuff in Barovia.
Welcome.
I'm sorry to have summoned you if you didn't want to be summoned, but obviously this instrument, it kind of, I mean, it almost played itself. It feels like months since I've played an instrument, never of this caliber, never ever.
You play beautifully. He'll gesture
Thank
to the
you.
harp. You should play more.
Should I?
Yeah.
He's gonna look to the others. Start walking towards it.
Callum, don't do it.
It has been so
Sir?
long since I have heard
Don't
good music
do
in
it.
this hallowed,
Maybe you
decrepit,
should learn more
sad
about the
hall.
subject.
Seeker
Before
shrugs like, go for it.
our friend plays it, could
Callum,
you tell
don't
us
do it.
where the little girl is called Stella?
The little girl? Hmm. She is near. You are going the right way. If you kept going the way you were going, but then stopped going that way and went a different direction, then you would find her.
Karen, I'm confused. What do you mean?
Bards and thefts do not make the best navigators.
Be careful not to go too high. Mind you may awake Von Werg's masterpiece, Piddlewick II. Devious bastard he is.
Who controls Piddlewick? You said that the lady made him push you down the stairs, right?
I've been watching him. Von Werg must have put a soul in that thing. It has a mind of its own, walking around, shooting things with its darts. Last I saw it was at the tallest tower at the very tippy-top tip-top. But that was a while ago.
I'll be honest, I'm struggling to see other than perhaps a physical likeness what you could possibly have in common with such a monstrous creation.
He has a harpsichord built into his chest. He's quite good. Mind that is all programmed and not skill. No creativity, only replication. Theft. I hate to say it, but it is the mark of a true artist.
I want to clip all of this. Tell me, Middlewick, would you be able to lead us to the girl if I was to play you a song?
Oh, if you could play me a song, I could definitely do that.
On the lute or on the harp? Which would you prefer?
Oh, the lute is quite potent. It might harm you. The harp, however, is quite mundane and boring, but I have done my best to keep it in tune, much like the lute. It should play admirably. It was my favorite.
Callan will walk over to the harp. I don't know whereabouts it is on the map.
It's just on the bottom left there. You're almost next to it.
Cool.
It's that big fucking thing.
And he will just pluck a single string to kind of get a gauge of how in tune it is.
Yep.
He's not proficient.
Okay, so make me
with
just
a
a
harp.
general performance check. Just because you would at least be aware of roughly how it would be based on being a lute, being string and
Yeah, it's
profession.
string based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you pluck it and it rings out just that very a heavenly ornate note. It is as far as you can tell with your untrained ear for a harp, it's not giving you that unsatisfying twang or that over tight ring out of a string. It's not too taut either. It seems for its tension perfect.
He will just try and play something. He's not going to try and do anything that's a specific song, but with his knowledge of stringed instruments and chords and obviously how harps tend to go up in the normal octaves, he's just going to stick to a particular key and just kind of
Perfect.
just ditty up and down on those.
Perfect. You're kind of leaning into your strengths. This is not a small
Yeah.
harp, Callan. It's about 6.5 foot tall. It weighs upwards about 300 pounds. The taut strings are made of gut. And as you just begin plucking in that small sector with your left and right hand, trying to find each tension point and note. Make a performance check. Actually, just make a straight charisma check because you can't have your proficiency because you're not proficient with the harp. 17. You begin playing, and it is beautiful. And you begin playing a tune that most of you actually know, apart from probably Seeker. It's a tune that was played by the small Queen's band back in Daggerford, that small group who kind of added that small ambient sound just at the back as Callan just begins playing, and it is gorgeous. It is not one note out of place, and Piddlewick seems very impressed. He begins clapping just along, just in tune and beat. And Callan, you've actually reached your small crescendo. Probably not want to spend too much time here, but just enough to satisfy the spirit. And he just goes, "Ooh, wonderful, wonderful, ow." Sorry, I've gotten my spine stuck in the position I died. Oh, there it is! This way! And he just flies through the wall, heading northwest and leaves the room.
So he's going that way.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose we should probably follow.
Should I go for this door or that door though?
Let's go through this one. Yes, come on. Callan's going to go first.
Okay,
Perfect.
I'll follow right behind you.
Esmeralda is just looking at you all. It's I'm going to throw it out there. That was incredibly fucked up.
Oh shit!
So Callan, you enter this next chamber and you see red satin curtains hang in the archways at both ends of the south wall in this dark room, and in between them In the center of the chamber sits a large, ornate tub with clawed feet. The tub is filled to the brim with blood.
Callan is getting the hell away from those satin curtains.
Sure.
Nothing good has happened behind satin curtains. I think last time there was werewolves appeared. At the time before that, he saw an apparition of his sister in dead form. So he's getting the hell away, and he's telling people not to look behind the curtain.
See,
But what if there's something behind there? Let's go take us.
It's not worth it. Those curtains are there for tricks. Come on, let's just keep going.
Secret like extend his hand, look at you. Okay. Puts his hand back, follows.
Is Lux coming with?
That's
Mm.
rather what
Yeah.
she'll keep pace roughly.
Callan with the oh heck of the curtain will probably come to his senses a little bit and allow somebody else to go to sort of overtake him on the way past while he just sort of gathers himself, loot in hand.
Perfect.
But he's kind of going to swing it onto his back though.
If you want me
I'll
to
go-
check the curtains, I can use my mage hand.
If you want, that's fine. I want no part of it. Come on, Max.
Max is gonna follow Callum.
Alrighty.
Max is going to open the curtains with mage hand.
Alright, Lux, you gonna open the curtains?
With mage hand, please. As far as
Sure.
as possible.
The curtains slowly slide open. And Lux, you see before you, the walls here are lined with iron hooks, upon which hang the black capes and formal wear of a noble. 2 arch windows in the south wall are covered by heavy curtains.
Well, that's very ominous.
I just realized where you are. Those are the curtains that were closed earlier on.
Yep.
For the
They were. Well, not those in bigger, but the ones Lux is looking at are definitely. I will move Lux down to accommodate for that in a second. Just getting this thing.
I'll always do that. Max is gonna investigate this tub.
Sure, Max is blood in it.
Max takes his spear and pokes inside.
Oh god.
Sure.
Rather than just
His blood
I mean,
spear and
blood spear makes sense, doesn't it?
I'll feed the spear with blood. Kind of twirl around a little bit, see if I can find anything at the bottom of the.
Max, you twirl and twirl and twirl, and the blood begins to bubble and
Off.
boil.
I step
And
back.
Max, a blood-drenched creature explodes out of the tub and attaches to the ceiling. You see it grabbing on, swinging like a gorilla, just like holding on to nothingness, cackling
what is that?
manically. Blood pouring off its pale flesh, bony limbs, and stringy wet hair as it scuttles away. And it begins scuttling, heading. This is going to be southward. It moves towards Lux and the curtain. And as it
Have we
begins
seen this
moving
creature
along-
before? Have we seen this
No.
creature? No. Doesn't. Do we recognize the creature? Is it like a vampire or something, or we don't know what it is?
You're not sure. And it moves south, west probably, and it goes through the other curtain, throws it aside, and as it runs around that corner, Lux, if you like move forward and try to see it again, it vanishes.
yeah.
And then the blood vanishes. And Max, laid at the bottom of this tub, you see the sad yet calm eyes of a young woman in a nightgown,
Oh no.
innocent eyes staring blankly at the ceiling, hands kind of folded over each other. Not a woman you recognize, but she bears a resemblance to someone you have met before in this journey. And
Oh no.
you don't even think, but you just mumble, Gertruda, just under your breath. you see her
Oh,
there.
fuck.
You were too late.
Who's Gertrude?
Gertruda
Oh,
was the
he
first.
lied
Well, that
still.
was the first quest we ever had.
Yeah, that's the crazy lady's door or something, isn't it?
Yep. Mad Mary's daughter. Go through that.
Didn't we take her doll or something? The doll of her mum?
Yes, your mother would
Yeah.
have given you it was like a small doll. She begged you to bring her
Oh
daughter
no,
home.
Gertruda. Fuck.
Would we still
Max.
have the doll?
I mean, Max probably has it.
Yeah, I'll have it. Max gonna go. Oh my god. I'm sorry. We're too late for this one. And then I take the doll and I put it like on her.
Perfect. You take this malformed, like, doll out, and you know, you just kind of catch it, that like little tag, fraying tag bearing the words, "Is no fun, is no blinksy," and you just set it down on the top with this like girl. And she doesn't look like she doesn't smell of decay. She's probably only been dead. I'm actually put it down.
Wait. She is dead, right? She looks dead. She's dead.
She looks dead. Yeah, you haven't like checked her. You haven't checked the
Is-
pulse
Yeah,
movement. She's not moving. She's-
I'll go and kind of check her. I don't know if the medicine check or something, just to
medicine
make
check.
sure. Does anyone want to help me? Can someone help me?
Seeker would help you. Wow.
"21 max." Touch your fingers to your pulse. Nothing. And as you like touch it, her head rolls, and you see
Oh god.
two perfect fang marks on her neck. And Max, she's still warm.
Oh my god. She just died.
But Max, weirdly,
I'm so
her
retarded.
clothes aren't stained by that blood. She should be head to toe covered, but she's not.
Okay. Oh, she's dead. So
Wait,
She's
could-
not
Likes
alive.
would.
Could Seeker make a medicine?
With a
check?
21 max, even though she could be undead,
Oh yeah.
potentially,
You already did the medicine.
but she's definitely not alive.
If Lux thinks she's dead, or Max would say that, Lux would probably get out some holy water and do like a cross on her forehead, and that can make her mutter a prayer.
Perfect. Lux, as you do so, you splash it. Her skin just begins to bubble and boil.
That
like you
shouldn't
just poured
happen.
acid on her, and you just hear this young girl let out a scream of pain as she swarms up, bolt upright. And I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
What?
oh my god.
Oh, no.
Welcome to the combat. We've got fun and games.
Welcome to Ravenloft. Put your cares aside.
Wow.
Esmeralda. Oh, Esmeralda.
Maybe we can reason with her.
Maybe. So Max with the 11. Go through the with. That's Seeker.
I think we're too late. Only thing we can do now is just end her swiftly. Make sure she doesn't suffer anymore.
Okay, so Callan, as she begins like writhing and like standing up in this tub, you will be the first to respond.
I'm going to. So I don't think that people have told me like she's a vampire because I've been focusing on our potential navigator and kind of making my way through the door. He's going to turn back and cast vicious mockery, and we'll just say, "Stay in the tub. It's the best place for you at this point."
Sure. Also, Lux, just make me a roll of 2d6, please, for your radiant damage for the holy water. Perfect. Wisdom save for the vicious mockery. Trash! Perfect. She begins like writhing and wriggling as she's like taking this damage, but she's standing tall.
And that'll be it from him.
Perfect.
Actually, sorry, could I use my object interaction to just peek through the door to the room to the north?
Yeah, if you want to.
I shouldn't, but I will,
Okay.
because
Callan,
that's where his attention's going.
perfect. That's totally fine. Callan, you open the door to your north, and you line. Let me give a light. There we go. You open the door to your north, Callan, and you see before you. I'm gonna have to describe this. It's quite important. Sweet smells waft from this delicately lit room. A great arched window along the west wall is covered by heavy red draperies, their golden tassels glinting in the light of 3 candelabras sitting atop small tables about the room. Tall, white candles burn with bright, steady light. In the center of the chamber, by the far wall, you see a large bed canopied by silk curtains, sits with a headboard with the symbol of the letter Z carved into it with great skill. And lying among the velvet, you see a young woman in a loose-fitting but scantily nightgown. One of her dainty slippers has fallen to the floor at the bed's foot, and curled up among the pillows is a small tabby cat that you would recognize to be Stella Wachter and her cat, Mittens.
Importantly, is Piddlewick around?
You do not see the ghost of Piddlewick.
F, my only friend. That'll be the end of Callan's turn. He'll finish with the door open.
Perfect. You did know that Piddlewick did lead you directly to this chamber, although he doesn't seem to be here.
Oh yeah. Like he just kind of wanted to have a
Perhaps.
catch up, and talk music.
Perhaps rules of, spirits and things.
Yeah.
Alright. With Callan's turn over, Gertruda, it is now her turn. She rises out of the tub, and she is going to go for the one who has kind of like loomed over her long enough and been pouring holy water at her. Like, she's unfortunately going to go for you. You would be a little bit closer because you would have to be that close to actually, 4 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't know how the squares worked.
But she will grab you, Lux, try to like get you for claws and pull you into the tub with her on her first strike. A 20 to hit.
Wow.
Disadvantage because of vicious mockery.
Oh, beautiful. That might save him. A natural 1.
Hey.
Yeah, she goes to go for you, but like even the tub like throws her asunder. And you see her fangs like protrude from her mouth. She goes for Lux, but he just like loses her grip on him. He slips away with ease, and she's gonna slash at you, Lux, as best she can with her claws. For 22 for 7.
Uh-huh.
You take 7 slash damage. She slashes across you, and she just let out this blood-curdling scream. Alrighty, Seeker.
Seeker.
You're up.
Seeker is just gonna like, hello, goodbye. He's gonna move up and just, his sensor is lit. Not sure if that had an effect on the creature.
It is, yeah. The sort of her took damage instead of healing.
And he's gonna swing twice and then hit with fire.
Beautiful. Both hit for a whopping 38 radiant damage? No, 28
Nice.
radiant damage.
38.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
38 because of the extra bonuses.
And an 11 to hit, might miss. Pretty sure.
Beautiful. The 11 will miss, unfortunately, as she dodges out of the way. You do 30 points right now. And she's looking bloodied, horribly bloody. She just begin carving this young girl up. Streaks of ash through her body as she just goes for you as best she can.
And that will be his turn.
Perfect. Lux. She just slashed you across your face. You got these like 3 like scratch marks down it.
I think she's just confused. Lux is gonna try and persuade her. Can you stop fighting? My friends will stop if you stop trying to attack me. We thought you was dead, so I just wanted to say a prayer. We was on a quest from your mother, and we bought your toy. And hi,
Make
I'm
me a persuasion
Irina.
check with advantage because you did give her her tool. 19. She like looks at you all, and she's there, like standing over this tub, like fingers like turned into claws, like ready to strike. She like looks down and sees this like horrible, like misshapen doll, and she looks at you with just like sorrow-filled eyes.
I tried to smile.
She,
I have my arms in comfort, like.
yeah, she'll drop prone in the tub, and she'll just grab onto this thing, and she just pull it close to her chest, and she just curls up, full fetal position, and she just begins sobbing, uncontrollable.
Just because she's a vampire, guys, doesn't mean she's bad. Let's drop the weapons.
That's Lux's turn. Unless you got anything else.
No, I tried to maybe try to cover her like as much as I could, but
Sure. Perfect.
that's it.
Alrighty. Max, you be next to act. She's prone in the tub, very vulnerable, not putting up any real defense.
Oh shit! What would Max do? Right. So from everything we've learned so far, we know vampires. They have how to cure a vampire of vampirism again?
I don't think you guys have done that
You
yet.
don't know.
Nobody can know.
Oh, we haven't done
That's
it
what
yet.
we
have,
wouldn't know.
have we heard anything about vampires from?
We haven't really looked into it. I think the only person who would know would be Namir.
I'll look at Esmeralda as a free action. Like, Esmeralda, is there anything we can do for her?
Make a check for Esmeralda? Why not? Nothing that would be feasible right now, Max.
Ugh. I am very sorry, Gertruda. But I don't want any more suffering or any evil to come to you. I'm gonna have to end this now. I'm sorry. And then Max takes his spear and plunges to her heart.
Okay, make an attack with advantage.
Fuck, where's my thing gone? On. Stop it. Stop it. D&D Beyond, stop it.
Beyond.
Yep. Shift. Boom.
That'll hit for 9 piercing damage. She screams in agony, but she's still alive, just. Sure, Max is stopping again. It's free action where you guys intervene as he brings the spear back down. Max, she plunges second strike in, and she writhes in
I would
pain,
try to.
but she is just alive. One hit.
Max just goes like, it turns as his last attack.
Sure.
I'm sorry. If I tear his eye.
Oh, God.
Very sorry, Gertrude. I couldn't save you.
Make it. Make that last attack.
Yeah, could I you do anything to stop this?
Not really, Lux, unless you got like, you know, something to block it. Max twists the spear, and Max, she like reaches a hand out to you and she puts it on your face, and you just feel these hands are so soft, Max. They've not
Max goes,
worked a day in their life. They've never even had a life to work. And they just stroke down your cheek to your chin. And she just says, And then there's nothing else. As she dies, and the arm just falls.
Max just kind of like he wants to cry, but he wants to hold it in.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
And you hold it. And then eventually you lift that spear back and you...
Yeah.
And the blood from her chest begins pooling. Filling the tub. And filling it. And filling it. And filling it.
I got 2.
And filling.
Ooh, 11 temporary hit points.
And Max, he just watches this young girl just become smothered in the blood. And the tub fills back up to where it was before. But this time, that blood is not illusory. That blood is oh so.
I take the door and a dump in the bath.
And Max,
May you be in peace now.
make
Gertrude,
me
Gertrude.
a wisdom saving throw, please.
Lux would instantly drop his light spell on Max.
Sure. A 9?
Oh my god.
Max, you feel in your heart that you have done the right thing. And you hear in your head, "'Tis but one. End them all. Claim this valley for us."
Leave me alone. It had to be done. It had to be done.
And then, stirring on the bed to the north, you just hear a, "No, but, And then she looks up. She grabs the covers and pulls them over her, like, self. Is it really you?
Max goes, Stella! And I rush to her.
It's really us. Go on. Callan will hold the door open for Max.
Yep.
Max,
She
Stella!
flinches as Max, drenched in blood, rushes towards her, and then, like, relaxes, like, "Max,
Oh my god, Stella! You're
I
alive!
thought I'd never see you again." And she'll, like, check the covers on, like, wrap her arms around you, hold you down, like, "My little kitty. Oh. What are you doing here? You shouldn't be here. You're in danger. You're going to get yourselves all killed."
I told
About that.
I told you we'll find you.
Yes. I always keep my promises, Stella. Then I'm sorry I failed you once. I won't fail you again.
She smiles.
Sorry, Stella. And I give Stella like a big hug covered in
Yep.
blood.
She hugs you back. She doesn't actually. I'm sorry. They were washing my normal clothes. I only have my night clothes that they provided. And she, like, looks down, like, they're not
That
what
works.
I would have chosen.
What happened in here? What have they done to you, Stella?
Nothing really. He's come by a few times to talk.
What did he do to you, Stella? And kind of start looking at her neck and stuff.
Yeah,
What
you
did he do
better
to you,
make me
Stella?
a medicine check, Max.
Ooh,
And as
boy.
that's happening, Esmeralda moved to Callan and nudged him, be like, "I don't suppose you can detect for undead, can you?" And you notice she's not put her weapons away.
Not until tomorrow, I'm afraid.
Also, Seeker would just shine the sun sword, like, he would have it still up in the room if that would
Sure.
do anything.
Yeah, Stella's not wincing away from the sunlight, and Max, as you check her neck, much like she told Lux in that message, he hasn't touched her. She is clean.
I'm glad you're okay, Stella.
Me too.
Now we need to get you out of here and make sure you're safe. But we don't know how.
The abbot, he gave me up to save Kresik. He made a deal with the devil.
Who made a deal?
The abbot, the man who healed me. Strahd
what?
arrived after you left not too long, and he demanded you all, but whenever you weren't here, he sought the abbot out and the burgomaster and made demands. The
coward.
abbot, he did what he needed to for his
That
people, I
bastard.
suppose.
I guess we are not bringing him the dress.
He's gonna pay for this.
Speaking of dresses, Callan, from out of his bag, is going to get the fine gown that he took from the Amber Temple and try and
Beautiful.
size Stella up for it.
It's a little big for her because she's only about 16, but it will be definitely more at least fitting for, you know, a woman of her age than the quite inappropriate bed clothing she has been adorned with.
He's also going to get out his steel mirror. Or he's going to offer for her to change into it with some privacy, and we'll offer maybe talk to Esmeralda and be like, "Could you keep her? Just look after her while she gets changed. We'll search the room."
She looks at the gown you've offered and like, well, considering it has a corset, she's definitely going to need help. Yes, come out, dear. And she will take her to a corner and like, I mean, she's already in her like night clothes. She just puts it on top of that, so she doesn't need to like reduce herself
Cool.
down anymore. She doesn't really do
Um,
it like shamefully. She just does it, you know,
Could-
outside of like
secret-
direct line of sight.
Yeah.
If it makes it easier, I have normal clothes a normal person would wear.
I have clothes. He like produces some like.
I
I
mean,
don't mind
look-
anything just more than this, honestly. Otherwise, I'm going to be dragging around the bed sheet most of the day.
I will just hand her some common clothes because Lux has collected quite a few pieces of
Lux,
clothing.
You'll be
throughout
very
the
upset that Esmeralda rips the top half of one of your dresses off that you have, and she removes the like kind of like corseted like bit from
Huh?
Callan. She formulates more like almost like what she's kind of wearing. They're very like loose fitting, kind of like very practical, but very like just neck to ankle,
Mouth is
like
just-
no nothing spilled.
Mouth just like wide open, just like in shock.
She'll give you like a ripped up corset and like a ripped up skirt and be like, "Thank you, Lux." Like what she doesn't need.
Seeker gives a Talon up.
What are we gonna do
Ca-
with her now? We can't
Callan's-
take her with us, and we can't
Sorry.
leave her here.
Callan's also going to offer Esmeralda his spare studded leather armor because he uses mage armor now. And so if you can make that work to keep her a little more protected.
Are you trained in armor, Stella? Not really, no. It will do more good on you, and she'll begin binding her up in it.
Quick question: could
Yep.
Seeker, while this is happening, have a quick listen at the dwarves and like
course
just
you can.
keep watch if anything comes?
Perception check. And Max, what are you doing in this time? Sorry.
I was gonna turn around to probably Callum. I was like, Callum, what are we gonna do with Stella? We can't leave her here, but we can't take her with us either. What do you think we should do?
Honestly, I'm not sure. We can't leave her. You're right. We could bring her with us.
I guess so. I guess it's just.
I'd rather her be in our vague vicinity, where we can keep at least half an eye on her, rather than having sought her out through the entire castle and then leaving her be.
Fine.
Esmeralda
the
will
only
say
question
quite
is, though-
pointedly, "We could just leave her here. She seemed perfectly safe."
Yeah, because if we bring her, she's just a target for Strahd to torment us with in the fight.
What if she become like one of those? And then he points at Gertrude.
If we leave her, that is also a possibility. Yes.
Can I just ask why we have been searching high and low for this young lady if we're then just going to register that she still exists and then leave?
Exactly. Let's just take care of
Because-
us then.
Because Lux said was going to save her, so we had to keep to Lux's promise, didn't we?
She's coming with us. I agree with Callum. And then Max gonna grab her hand. Come,
Yep.
come,
She'll take
Stella.
it. She'll scoop up Mittens with her other hand, like kind of like bringing the cat, and the cat's like arms extended, like like it's like pulled close to her chest. I'm fine. I can come with you. I'm old enough to make my own decisions. And she'll like look around the room. She won't see anything she used to arm herself with, so she'll just like pick up a pillow.
No.
And her-
Seeker will, Seeker will look into his back and he'll hand her a dart.
Sure, she'll take it.
Here.
Callan is gonna, probably knowing that the perishable ration, you can tell I've just checked my bag for the first time in months. Some of the perishable rations that we got from the big mountain goat, Sangzor, I think it was.
I'll give her a spear. I've got a spear.
He's going to offer some to Mittens, the cat. He's not going to go right up and offer. He's going to kind of place it on the ground as though, obviously, for the cat. Just be like, there you go. I don't know if you've been fed at all.
I'll give her a spear as well, just in case. I'll
Well
give her one of
remembered,
these.
Callum.
Hopefully, the one we have to use it. Stella.
And the child.
She'll take it, Max. She'll have to let go of your hand to carry it and carry Mittens,
Fine.
but she will stick by your side regardless. And yeah, she takes it. She doesn't seem efficient at all with the spear, but she'll make do. You
Oh
imagine.
god.
When we're finished here, we'll make sure you meet Lux again to heal you if you need any healing. But right now, he's occupied.
Why are you speaking?
She'll squint
in-
her eyes at you, and she'll say, I thought you disappeared. Did they find you?"
I'm here
Deception
acquired
check.
something else, and
Okay.
shit.
She's not very.
I like the
excited.
regardless.
Oh my goodness! And she'll like hold your hands tight and be like, "What of your brother? What of Ismark? Where is he?"
Ismark
He,
is
Wah, wah.
indisposed.
he had an honourable death fighting the
Disposed.
dragon.
Oh,
He went out like a good man,
More like
a brave
disposed.
man.
Indisposed.
I saw the dragon. Oh dear.
He slayed it himself.
Good. At least he took it with him.
Exactly.
We should maybe keep moving. I don't know how safe it is. Sometimes his one of his servants, Escher, comes and checks on me. I was just trying to get some rest.
Escher won't be coming by anymore. We've made sure that can't happen. Have you seen the Devil Strahd around here? Does he make a regular appearance anywhere?
Sometimes he would bring me downstairs. If that was the case, he would there's a stairwell in the study, and she'll point to the door Seeker's listening to and can't seem to hear anything through. That leads down to the kind of main body of the castle, at least the floor below. Then you have to go down to the main landing, through the throne room to get to the ground floor, to the main dining hall. I have not seen that much, honestly.
That's really useful. Thank you. And he'll look to Seeker and just kind of give him a nod and start walking towards the door.
Alright.
Seek would open the door, just pop a beacon.
Perfect. Esmeralda will probably join Seeker at the door just because she has offered to take point. Anyone else stacking up in any particular which way? Actually, Esmeralda will ask the group, would you like me to stay back and help defend Stella? If we get into a combat, she will most likely not survive.
Yes.
I'm happy staying at the back. We should try to insulate Stella as much as we can.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Lux, do you want to stay back here with me? Have Max in the middle with Stella?
Yeah.
She trusts him a lot.
Oh my god. I can't really want to do this, but Lux will do this. Stella, come here real quick.
She'll come to you.
Don't
Oh,
do
we-
it.
Stay
Good news
stay
down.
my best friend. Can
Um,
trust him with your life.
Irina, talk this through. What are you doing?
My
I think he's gonna cast
recent
that.
god has.
Oh, I know exactly what he's doing.
doing. I'm gonna give you a blessing for my god, and he'll keep you protected for one time.
Lux, may I
Okay.
remind you that this could be the life and death of all of us if we're not careful.
I'm aware, and it is for her as well. She's just as much as the party as us.
Secretly.
She takes the spear tightly in her hand and she says, if you're talking about the devil, I will do everything I can to stop him tormenting this valley any longer. And Esmeralda just kind of like gives like a little nod of approval. You got
It's like
that?
Magi. Cool. Yeah, so I think up front we've got Esmeralda and Seeker, then we've got Max and Stella, and then we've got Lux and Callan as like a 6.
My god's blessings now gonna be with you, watching over you, Stella.
Thank you, Lux. I hope it will help me. I hope it will help you. Okay, so you're kind of looking at a rough layout of this moving forward, if I'm not mistaken?
Yep.
Perfection! Seeker, you open the doors to the next room. And you see a blazing hearth fire fills this room with rolling waves of red and amber light. The walls are lined with ancient books and tomes. Their leather covers are well oiled and preserved through careful use. All is in order here. The stone floor is concealed beneath a thick, luxurious rug. In the center of the room is a large, low table, waxed and polished to a mirrored finish. Even the poker in the stand next to the blazing fireplace is polished. Large, overstuffed divans and couches are ranged about the room. 2 chairs of burgundy-colored wood with padded leather seats and back cushions face the hearth. A huge painting hangs over the mantelpiece in a heavy, gilded frame. The rolling light illuminates the carefully rendered portrait. It is an exact likeness of Irina Kolyana.
Well, that's disturbing.
Well,
You've just come through a set of double doors to the west wall. There are doors to the north, 2 of them, and 1 door to the south.
It's a rather mighty fire.
It's a big fireplace. And the room is hot, like really hot.
Can I see what's fueling that? Is it wood? Is it wooden or coal?
It appears to be coal, primarily. A coal fire.
Cool.
could see go quickly check on the 3 doors, just like have a quick listen or try
Yeah,
to
sure
see
thing.
Callum will have a look around at the bookshelves.
Perfect. I'm going to look through the bookshelves. Just roll me a d12. Seeker, roll me perception checks for each door you move to individually. Of the 3.
He's gonna move from left to for like the top
Clockwise,
left.
yeah.
And he rolled shit enough.
You don't hear anything through any of the doors, Seeker, unfortunately.
Is there anything on the table?
On the table itself, there's just a couple of candles. And, Callan, as you search through the bookshelves, you find this bestiary of strange beasts. And, you know, the real treasure in this room is the collection of books. If you added them all up, there is over 1,000 unique tomes in all, first editions, all of them. Probably worth somewhere in the guts of 70 to 100,000 gold pieces to the right collector, you'd imagine. But they are, you know, thousands of books, probably too heavy and difficult to transport without something like a magical bag of holding.
A book collection like this, so close to a fire like that, is a very bold move. He'll put the book back.
Yep. And Callan, just make me a general investigation check, I think, just as you're inspecting these books.
Can I help Callum?
Sure, if you're also looking at the books, of course.
Yeah.
You can roll again, Callan, if you'd like. Perfect, 26. The 26, Callan, you're kind of like looking around, and it's not like this is someone flexing their wealth. They haven't just bought these books to display them. Every one of these books have been read countless numbers of times. You see the spine is cracking on most of them, the pages turned. Whoever adjourns himself to this library is probably of one of the most intelligent minds you have ever contended with.
He'll kind of relay that to the group and kind of reaffirm his concerns that we are being played every single moment that we are here. This man knows exactly what he's doing. He's faced countless groups like us who think that we're good enough to change things, and no doubt, more than likely not. He knows more information just from these books than any of us could possibly learn in our entire lifetimes. And that is presumably all since he became vampire. Since he was an incredibly intelligent military mind. We are really, really up against it here.
Secret like nod. He can outsmart me, but can he outsmart Fist? Holds up Fist.
I don't think there's
Do you know
anything
what?
useful in this room.
That's a great question, Seeker. What have you found over there?
He like points to all the doors, shrugs. Sounds quiet to me.
So let's keep moving in. I don't think there's anything worth in this room.
I mean, there's plenty in here, just not that we can actually take with us. And yeah, he'll probably just follow Seeker or through whichever door we decide to go through.
Yeah.
Perfect. I mean, like, with a basic, learning of where you've been from, the south door will lead back to the dining hall you've already explored. But if you want to head northwest or northeast, then that would be, somewhere new, perhaps.
Probably northwest first and northeast, or
The northwest.
Stella, which way was it that you thought went down to the main castle?
She'll point to the door Seeker's next to. That one there.
Give a shrug and a nod to Seeker from the back.
Seeker will knock on the door and then open.
You.
Knock on the door.
And as you open the door, we're going to take a little break. We'll be back very
Cool.
shortly.
All right.